Hello students, welcome back to your science class. So students, in the previous class we had completed with the chapter that is friction, and today we will start with the new chapter, and that is sound. Sound. So here when we talk about the sound, this is a very common thing that you have seen, you have heard, that is sound. Anything, if somebody comes to your door, they used to knock the door, or you can hear the doorbell. Even after period also in your school, after every period you can hear the sound of the bell. Okay, and even sometimes you can listen the footstep which is approaching you, okay, which is coming. So, you might have played a game called hide and seek. In this game, a person is blindfolded and has to catch the remaining player. How is that blindfolded person able to guess which player is closest to her? So, yes, these are the things, students, which actually indicate that it is because of the sound of the person, sound of the object will distract us, or will make us to hear or to see the object. So, basically, this all is what related to that of the sound. Now, if we talk about the sound, it is really plays a very important role in our life. How are you able to communicate with other people? Only when you are able to hear their words or their voice. Okay, so in order to communicate with people, even not only this, we in our surrounding we hear a lot of a variety of a sound. Okay, now there are the living object which used to produce a sound. The non-living object also produces a different sounds. So there are list of sounds are there which we used to hear in our surrounding. Now, if you are in your music room in your school, you hear sound which is produced by the musical instruments, and the musical instrument will also going to produce the different kind of a sound, like flute is there, tabla is there, harmonium is there. So every musical instrument used to produce the different kind of a sound. Here the question is that, okay, different object used to produce the different kind of a sound, but how this sound is produced, how this sound used to travel from one place to another, and how do we hear the sound, even why some sounds they are louder than the other, and why some are what they are feeble than that of the louder one. So why some of the sound are shrill, or why some of them are what? They are more loud. So basically these are the things that we will going to study in this chapter. We are knowing that sound is a kind of a what? Is a kind of an energy which used to travel from one place to another place. So we will try to understand that how this transmission of the sound energy will take place, and how sound is produced. These are some of the music instrument, and you know the students that they used to produce the different kind of a sound. Now sound is produced by vibrating body. See, touch the school bell when not in use. What do you feel? Again, touch it when producing sound. Can you feel the vibrating? Can you feel it? It is vibrating. Okay, so here the topic is that actually the sound which is produced by an object, the sound is produced because of the vibration, and this we can understand if we will going to touch a bell which is in school, and when it is not working, when it is not in use, and when it is producing sound. In both of the cases, you will find that at the first one, the sound was not there, and thus there was no such vibration will be there. But in the second one, it is vibrating. Okay, so we can say here that when the object is vibrating, it is producing sound. Now let us try to understand it with the help of an activity is given here. Now take a metal plate or a shallow pan and hang it at a convenient place in such a way that it does not touch any wall. So we have to hang a metal plate or a shallow pan, and we have to hang it to a convenient place where it will not going to touch any kind of a wall. Now strike it with a stick. Now with the help of a stick, when we strike it, what will happen? And when we strike it, you know that it will going to produce the sound. In between, we have to touch the plate or the pan gently with our finger. With our finger. So, what do you feel by touching that? By touching, we will see the we will feel the vibration. We will feel the vibration. Okay, so a metal plate is there or a shallow pan. When you will hit it, it will going to produce the vibration, and this vibration we can feel it by touching it, and by this the sound is produced here. Okay, again strike the plate with the stick and hold it tightly with your hand immediately after striking. Do you still hear the sound? Touch the plate after it stops producing sound. Can you feel the vibration now? So you have to do, first of all, you have to beat that of the plate, strike the plate with the stick, and you have to immediately touch it, and then you have to touch it when it is not producing sound. In both of the cases, you will see that in the first case, when it is producing the sound, it will going to produce the vibration. But when sound is not produced, when we are not able to hear the sound, then it stops producing, it stops showing any kind of a vibration. So when it is producing sound, then it is what? It is showing the vibration here. Now see here, next one is, there's another activity, student, with the help of which we can understand. Activity is, take a rubber band, put it around the long side of a pencil box. So we have taken a rubber band and we are putting it around the longer side of the pencil box, as you can see here in the picture also. Now see here, the rubber band is tied over the box at the longer side. Okay, now what we have to do, we have to insert two pencils between the box and stretch the rubber to that of the stretched rubber. Okay, so two pencil will be inserted in the box, in between the box, and it will be stretched. Now plug the rubber band somewhere in the middle. Do you hear any sound? Does the band vibrate? So what we have to do afterward, we have to plug the rubber band in that of the middle. Okay, so is any kind of a sound is produced by it? Is any kind of a vibration will be feel? Yes, sound will be produced as well as the vibration will also be there. So the sound is produced because of the vibration only. So whenever it produces sound, when you touch it, you will feel that the vibration is coming out of it. Okay, so this is also a kind of an example in which we can say that sound, it is produced when the vibration is produced. As you learn in class 7th, that the to and fro or back and forth motion of an object is called vibration. Yes, vibration is what? to and fro motion or back and forth motion, any object will show this movement that we call as a vibration. Now, when a tightly stretched band is plugged, it vibrates and produces sound. When it stops vibrating, it does not produce any sound. Basically, the vibration, it is produced because the tightly stretched band is there, which is plugged, and when it is plugged, it starts moving to and fro motion, and this to and fro is actually what it is, a vibration produced by it. And when the vibration is produced, it will also going to produce the sound. So when it stops vibrating, it does not produces any kind of a sound. So vibration produced will prove the production of the sound also. Sound will also be produced there. Okay, if no vibration will be there, so no sound will be produced also. Now see here, activity 13.3. Take a metal dish, pour water in it, strike it as at its edge with the spoon. Do you hear a sound? Again strike the dish and then touch it. Can you feel the dish vibrating? Strike the dish again. Look at the surface of water. Did you see any waves there? Now hold the dish. What changes do you observe to the surface of water? Can you explain the change? Is there any hint to connect sound with the vibration of a body? Now see here, this is that. So we have taken a metal dish, and with the help of a spoon, when you will hit it, what will happen? You will say a sound is produced. Yes, a sound is produced with it. Now, first of all, when the sound is produced, when you touch that of the metal plate, immediately and gently, you will find that there is a formation of a vibration, and it is because of this vibration the sound is produced. Now again you will hit it with the or strike it with the help of a spoon at its edge of the metal plate. So what kind of a difference is that you will find in that of the water? Is any wave like a structure will be formed? Yes, a wave like a structure will be formed here to that of the water. A wave like a structure will be formed when it will be struck with that of the spoon. So now what you will do, again you will take it and do not strike it and wait when the sound does not produces. So what you will find that when the sound is not produced, the water also does not show any wave like a formation. So actually what does this mean? It means that when it was struck with that of the spoon, then a vibration is produced there, and the vibration is the cause of the production of the sound also. But when vibration is not produced, wave like a formation does not occur in the water, so due to which we can say that sound is also not produced in the water. Okay, so sound is not produced as the vibration. So what is the thing that we have understood by all these activities? That it is the vibration which is responsible for the formation of the sound or the production of the sound. So you can see here that we see that a vibrating object produces sound, and in some cases the vibration are easily visible to us, but in most cases their amplitude is so small that we cannot see them. Okay, so vibrating object, it produces sound, and the vibration we can easily see it, we can easily visible, it is visible to us easily. And yes, in some cases the magnitude is really very, the amplitude is really very small, and due to which the sound can be heard that, but we cannot see the vibration easily. Okay, so this is what this explains that a vibrating object is responsible for producing the sound. Now here again an activity is given. Take a hollow coconut shell and make an instrument called ektara. You have seen this instrument, student, a lot of a time, ektara. Uh, you can also make it with the help of an earthen pot. Play this instrument and identify the vibrating part. Make a list of a familiar musical instrument and identify their vibrating part. A few examples are given. Yes, examples are given, students. Many of you might have seen that manjira, cymbals, and ghatam, noot, and kartal. These instruments are commonly used in many parts of our country. And these musical instruments are simply beaten or struck. Can you name a few other names? You can too make a musical instrument. Now see here, students. In the first one picture, you can see ektara is there, and the second one it is the earthen pot. So what kind of a sound will be produced in both of them? That is totally different, because at the one here we are stretching the strings, and in the second one we are actually tapping on the surface. So basically the sound which is produced into the different object, that is different, and it is because of the different kind of a vibration will be produced there. Although we know that by striking only we are able to make that of the instrument to work, or to produce sound, or to produce vibration. So basically different musical instrument, there is a different different stretched stretch, or the different vibrating parts are there, which basically responsible for producing the sound. Now see here, here it is given veena. Veena is what? The vibrating part of that of the veena is what? Stretched string. That is the veena. Second one is tabla. Tabla is also a musical instrument, and the vibrating part of tabla is what? Stretched membrane again. Okay, so it is the stretched membrane which is there to produce the sound. Okay, which is the vibrating part. And then flute is there. Flute, the air column, the column structure where the air used to enter and start striking, and there also the vibration is produced, and the vibrating part is the air column. Okay, so lot of a different musical instruments are there who is having the different vibrating parts and produces the sound here. Now here an activity is given here, students. Take 6 to 8 bowl or tumbler, fill them with water up to different level, increasing gradually from one end to the other. Now take a pencil and strike the bowl gently. Strike all of them in succession, and you can hear a pleasant sound. And this is your Jal Tarang. Now see here. As you can see here in the picture itself, we have taken about six bowls or 6 tumblers are there, you can see, and we have filled water in that of all the tumbler. Although the amount of the water varies, in the first case you will see that it is having the less amount of water, in the second more than that of the first one, then third one more than the other two, then fourth, then fifth, and then finally sixth, where we will going to fill the water maximum, or to the mouth, to that of the to the tumbler. Okay, now with the help of a stick, if we will strike the different tumbler one by one, then there will be what? Production of a vibration occur, and due to which the sound is produced. And this sound which is produced here, it is of a different, because every object is now having the different vibration. So because of having the different vibration, it will produce the different kind of a sound also. Now this sound which will be produced by the different glasses, different tumblers, this we call as a jal tara. So the process is the same, that it is formed because of the vibration of the sound, but yes, the sound which is produced, it is totally different from each other.